Welcome back to the Butterfly Season podcast. I am back with a micro dose of an episode, short, quick, sweet, to the point, with probably some actionable items to take away and implement in your life. And in the spirit of Butterfly Season, I created this podcast from a dark place, like feeling like if you're watching on YouTube right now, my cat is making an appearance. His name is Jax. Also, if you're streaming, listening to this, know that there is a YouTube component that you guys can tune into to watch, kind of in real life, but just to watch anyways. So in the spirit of Butterfly Season, I created this podcast in a low place. Like I was in transition and just coming out of it and felt like there was a lot of lessons in that transition that I wanted to share with you. For those of you that are astrologers and believe in the stars, I was going through a Saturn return. So if you know, you freaking know. Anyway, that's where Butterfly Season was birthed. And I've gone through enough cocoon seasons in my lifetime to realize that the beauty is actually in the transformation. And even though it is beautiful to live a butterfly season, right, where it's like winning season, everything is going good, everything is going great, truly, in my opinion, the beauty is in the undoing, the unlearning, the relearning, right? So that you can reap the benefits of all of that self-development or that action that's being taken. And so now, sometimes I might inflict a cocoon season on me if I'm ready to level up or change or feeling like, hey, I know that there's something on the other side of this and I need to explore it even more. And this is the question that I like to ask myself to get into a cocoon season, if you will. And just as a disclaimer, when you ask yourself this question, this doesn't mean that all of your life is going to go to shit, okay? It just means that there's a level of exploration that needs to be done, and both can exist. You can be in a cocoon season and in a butterfly season. So FYI, for those of you who are like, I'm actually going to skip to the next episode because I don't want to be in a cocoon season. It is beautiful on the other side, I promise. So the question is, what we fear the most is where we trust God the least. So what you fear the most right now is probably the area that needs the most work. And that can be a few things. And for me, it comes up in a lot of different areas, right? Like fearing entrepreneurship. Well, really the fear is not entrepreneurship, but I was having a conversation with a friend and who was also an entrepreneur. And she said, I'm going to go back to work, like corporate. And for whatever reason, I felt so triggered by that. And when I explored it deeper, I was like, oh my God, like, I hope that I'm not in a place where I have to do that. Because entrepreneurship is a little scary. It's not as, even though you get to make your own schedule, create your own opportunities for money and all of the good things that come with entrepreneurship, it is really hard. And there are times of low seasons where you're like, I'm not sure if this is going to work out, right? Like we've all kind of been there. But there is this like societal acceptance that like corporate's the more sturdier way to go. And so I have this idea in my mind that like failure is going back to work from where I started. I don't know. I'm still unpacking that. And that's okay, right? Like I want you to see me process this in real time or listen to me process this in real time. But what you fear the most is where you trust God the least. And that's probably an area to explore and do some work around figuring out what's the deeper meaning behind this? What are my feelings trying to tell me? And how can I rewrite the fear around this in a way that actually elevates me and forces me to explore some areas that I'm maybe keeping hidden. Anyway, that's all for today. If you found value in this episode, share it with a friend, share it online, tag me at Aisha at It's Butterfly Season. And until next time, guys.